Hey, I'm here. This week we're talking about trans representations in the media, and I've done some research on this topic actually, and my thesis for the last paper that I wrote about it was that trans representations in the media are predominantly negative because they portray trans people as liars and deceivers. If you look at news, like, there have been a lot of high profile cases involving trans people and violent crimes. And if you look at the way that the media depicts those trans individuals as victims of violent crimes, they are very problematic. They usually victim blame a lot, and they usually try to excuse it by saying it's because this person was a liar about who they really were, um, which is extremely, extremely horrible. But that is the representation that I think a majority of media does when it's trying to represent trans people. Another example of this is MTV. MTV presents it in a different way, though. Um, we have shows like Jerry Springer, Maury, things like that, where they represent trans people as, where it's just like this blatantly ignorant, blatantly cis-sexist view of trans people. Um, that is supposed to be that because it's supposed to get laughs and it's supposed to be like this humor where it's like you're looking down on people, that it's like, well, they're worse off than I am, so I guess I can laugh at them. So that's intentional. MTV does it from this point of view that it's like we're trying to expand our horizons, and we're trying to present this world of diversity, and that this world of diversity exists and all this different stuff. But the way that they frame their trans subjects, the way that they uh, the things that they insinuate when they are presenting that community to the masses is just as is in the same way that people are set up to look like liars and deceivers, or the way that print medium, the way that Jerry Springer does it. For example, there was this one episode, True Life, called "I Am Living" or "I Am Passing as Someone That I Am Not," uh, and they had a trans woman, and the whole, like, the way that they framed that was, this person is really not a woman, because that someone was good, so the way that they're framing it, I know what they're trying to go for. They're trying to go for the fact that it's like, ooh, interesting, we don't usually see people like this in the media. But how it came off was, this person really isn't a woman because of what's in between her legs. And that's what a majority of trans representations in the media consist of. Don't get me wrong, there are some really good ones, and there have been in the past. But it's about time for something to come forward in mass media, not in, there are good representations in different facets of, queer media and things of that nature, but for representation to come forward in mass media that legitimately depicts what it means to be a part of the trans community, or what it means to live a stealth lifestyle, identifying as male or identifying as female. It just so happens that when were born, the doctor said something differently when they presented you to your parents. So that's my video for this week. I really hope that it was okay to follow. I'm once again sick, so that may be why I'm a little bit all over the place. But tune in next week.